Nerd Out. I'm your nerd Dustin House, joined as always on Real Talk Friday. Here is Christen Evans. What's up?
Hi, not always. Last week you had Nick on, the betrayal.
Betrayal. How dare you? Like you can't show up to you can't
I'm sorry I had jet lag. My God.
okay. That's your call. The show must
It's,
go on,
it's
Evans.
fair. You look great. Did you get a haircut?
I did get a haircut, yes.
Just one though, right?
Traditionally you just get one haircut at a
Just
time.
one
Yeah.
single haircut. Just
And I do it like every 3 months and then grow it out and then
why it's
restart.
always so crazy because it's all different lengths, you know. You
Yeah.
just one
Like I said, you never know what you're gonna get with me. Like it's
that is the most accurate description of you that I think I've ever heard.
my brand is never knowing what facial. I don't have a combination facial hair that sticks with me
No, you don't.
for more than a month at a time. Like there's oh,
I said in a LinkedIn post that or like referred to myself as a chaos gremlin, and I was like, oh wait, that also refers to like you and Nick.
chaos scrambling. That's great. Yes, one haircut today or this week. What it was exciting for you? That might have been my highlight of the
Uh, I mean, I'm just kind of still getting back in the groove after being in Portugal last week, which, by the way, if you've never gone to Portugal, go immediately, like book your flight and go.
all
Um,
right.
Stunning there. I could have stayed forever. Could have stayed forever.
Wow.
The vibe was very like small coastal California town, but like with Parisian or like European flair. So I was at Share Sale Global Think Tank celebrating 25 years last year or last week, and it was like the town is situated right on a marina, and like everybody and their brother from the UK goes there to golf. So like our hotel lobby was like 70 people from Ireland and the UK with their golf bags, which is hilarious. But it was just like the whole vibe of the place was really chill, really relaxed, but also like amazing food and just really good people watching, which I'm always a sucker for because I am the way that I am. And yeah, it was really cool. I spoke on a panel representing the PMA, which was great. I got a laugh out of the audience, which if I'm not going to get a dozen questions, I
Yeah.
wanted to laugh. But 25 minutes for 4 panelists is no time at all,
Sure.
literally. But yeah, it was good. It was a good show. I mean, yeah, I want to go back to Portugal immediately.
Oh, okay. What was good about the show? Tell me about it.
I made some really good connections. Just like a couple of people that I haven't met before. So it was like 650 people, and I would say only about 50 were from the US. So that became a pretty close contingent pretty quickly, obviously. But I met some people who I've emailed over the years or have like tangentially met, but I actually got to sit down and have really good conversations with them.
That's great.
Vicky from TV Scientific, she and I became fast friends. In fact, both her and Morgan absolutely adore them. I spent a lot of time with Paresh this time, which was hilarious. I actually went out with him one night, which may have
Wow.
been a fatal flaw.
Bold move, Cotton.
Bold move. I came home with like 3 ice cubes. So, and it felt very much like a think tank of the past, where all of the events were really thoughtfully planned out and really well
Mhm.
detailed. It was definitely like big, like they went big, and I'm talking like they had people on stilts at multiple events. So like literally went big. They had like fire spinners during the beach closing party, and just like it was really really extravagant. During the like gala dinner,
Uh,
he had people painting sparkles on faces, which I immediately was like, yes, sign me up for that, of course. But it was just, I don't know, all the details were really well planned out, and I thought that was really cool.
the party Sounds like from Billy Madison. Like every time he graduated a grade, like the guys on the
Yes.
stilts and
Yeah.
fire guys, like
It literally scared the crap out of me when I walked out onto like the pool deck for the first event and like walked up and I'm kind of looking around and all of a sudden there's somebody on stilts in front of me and I'm 5 foot two. Like that's gonna scare me anyway. But like I walked up and I was like, holy
whoops.
hilarious.
All right. Extravagant parties, think tank. All right. How many people? It's usually an intimate kind of solution,
Yeah,
right?
about 650 all up. And I would say that like 75 to 100 were from Aylin.
Okay, cool. Any news and vibes around the share sale upgrade?
Yeah, they had, I think a lot of it was spent answering questions, about that, getting some one-on-one time with publishers. I got to have dinner with Parrish, Essel, who is, uh, sorry, Parrish, I can't remember if you're global or North America, like agency new business lead or whatever. But I got to have dinner with her and have some of my questions assuaged, which was really nice. And they spent a lot of time really just like talking to people and having that one-on-one time. So I think that going into it I was a little bit trepidatious about the upgrade, but I definitely feel a bit more secure having some of my questions answered, which is good. The vibe was great. Like, I mean, it was really hard for the vibe not to be good, honestly, with that setting. But yeah, it was a really good show. I met really just some amazing people there, and I one of the keynotes, Lily Ray, who's like a legend in the SEO space, and also happens to be the doppelganger of a good friend of mine, which is hilarious, and they know each other. But she had a presentation on SEO and like very specifically the Google updates and how that impacted, blogs and content and, some of the ways that sites are kind of pivoting based off of that. But it was the first time that I've had everything that happened with the helpful content updates and how that's impacted, some of my content friends. It's the first time I've had it like broken down into a really digestible, like this is when this happened. This is when, the shelf of, the drop off happened. And like, these are why. And it was so informative, but it was so like informing for a layman person or like
Mm,
a lay person, somebody who's not like great at SEO, but who has always pretended well enough to get along.
okay,
Really just presented the information in such an incredible way. So I really appreciated her presentation.
beautiful. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So good event. Sounds like you got good vibes from it. And then you've got full catch up on things this week, which is
Well,
great.
and it was a short week with Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little wild. And then I don't know about you. I think your kids are in, a similar school district to mine, but we had early release all week too.
Yeah.
So out at 1:15 every day, which like, it's fine. I hate
Yeah.
it. So it's one of those weeks that like I'm playing catch up, but then I have to play catch up from playing catch up because like the schedule is just completely thrown off.
Oh, it's such a disaster of a week. Every last week of school and compounding, my son was graduating from third grade into like the fourth grade, which is at another school. So
Oh, it is, okay.
adding another layer there, and then
Mhm.
today they're home for the rest of the summer. Now we've got to like come up with a game plan to keep them out of my office.
Literally same. Yeah, I saw a lot on social that it was dubbed like May-cember because it's just as busy as December, with like school spirit week and Memorial Day and Mother's Day. And like for me, our anniversary was this month and like just all the things that like it really is December the sequel and sometimes even more exhausting.
Yeah.
But
Well, I've got a few things. Appreciate you sharing the Portugal experience. It sounds really awesome. I've got a few things that came up this week. One was I'm migrating my like whole entire business model into becoming what I'm calling affiliate marketing concierge. So like
you say it like that though, concierge.
concierge. Yeah,
that though.
the concept is, I've got all these friends in the industry,
You're
and
fine.
none that you know of.
Sorry, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. I have
I
to
know the banter. This is why people show up. All
leave.
right, so I made this giant agency list of everybody in the affiliate space, and like I want to send leads to all my friends and the people that I know are doing good work. And
Love that.
so you don't make these lists unless I know, facts about you, and I can be square about who I'm sending this person that's looking for help. And I'm just going to be gathering leads of people that need affiliate marketing help and sending them to the right tool, the right service, hooking up with an affiliate manager that I think would be a great fit for them, whatever that may be. It's just, uh, I'm not going to do the work.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna send it to my friends, and when my friends kick back some referral cash for me, that's how I'm gonna make my living.
Yeah.
So I'm going to invest in finding people leads, and I think that it's just such a great turn off. Like people that need affiliate help don't know necessarily where to go, and if they have a voice that can point them in the right direction of who knows how to do good work, that's gonna be me.
No,
So
I love it. I love it. That's great. I mean, you've already been doing it. You might as well put an official like brand on it,
yeah,
and do that. Referral fees. I think that's an interesting topic. So I know that if when you've introduced brands to me, I've just tried as hard as I could to at least give you a referral fee. What do you typically see from brands as far as that goes? Like I know that I structure mine at about 10% of the first month's contract,
that's
which yeah,
everybody's different. Everybody is different in the capacity of uh I'm looking for like, hey, just whatever you think is fair, whatever you think you can afford, like margin wise. But the more you pay out, the more that are you're gonna be on the top of my list, right? Uh and everybody's uh structure of what the referral fees are is completely different.
yeah,
So some say some want to give me like a flat $1,000. That's fine. Some want to give me 5% of the first 12 months. Great. Some want to give me 10% of the first couple of months. I mean, it's wide variety. I don't have any specifications, but like the ones that are paying me the most, like they're going to get that first attention essentially. But
like,
for you, like that's not the most important factor, right? It's not who's going to pay me the most. It is like who is the fit is the first and foremost right message for me to be going to. You're more affordable than, acceleration partners.
yeah,
I'm not going to send them to an acceleration partners when they have a budget that's right in your wheelhouse.
yeah,
So um, it's just yeah, to answer your question, it's all over the place.
sure.
But promoting that with my affiliate concierge service here, I've got a fireside chat coming up June 18th. I'm going to put the link here right below at dustinhouse.com/fireside. And this is one of those, unique opportunities here where I get to speak about things that I'm passionate about and things I'm doing well in the
Love
industry
it.
with. And I don't get that opportunity near as much as I want it.
No, because you're really busy propping up everybody else.
I have a vessel where everybody comes and joins me, and I pick their brain
Yeah.
and help them talk about like what they're doing. And you know, I've got questions to ask, and I don't get my voice out there nearly as much. So I'm looking for more options like this. Do you work for food, Nick Marchese? Not sure what that means.
He's referring to the referral fees. He'll send you some yeast.
Nick has sent me referral commissions for folks that I've sent him. He's my fintech guy, so
If he wasn't sending you referral commissions, I'll beat him up. So
he wouldn't be getting
I could be getting referrals.
he wouldn't be getting referrals. Another big thing that came up this week that I want to talk about just quickly is ghosting sales calls. So
Oh.
I've got my new offer of like my perfect partner 500, right? And
Mhm.
it's been my first week of getting calls. I locked in 6, and wouldn't you know, like 3 of them just don't show up. And I
Yeah.
don't know what to do. Like, I put all these things in place of like, you sign up here, you're going to get messages. Sometimes I've even thought about like doing text messages. Some people do that. I feel it's a little aggressive, but
Yeah.
it's a couple of emails like, hey, make sure you come with your questions, be prepared for this meeting, be here, and this is what we're going to be talking about. And then you just don't show. Like, I don't understand the rudeness there.
I don't either. I mean, I think ghosting in general is like, bleh, it's
Yeah.
bad behavior. But it's also like, why commit to something if you're not going to be there? Like, have respect for other people's time. You're not the only person who's busy. Other people are busy too. And this all goes back to communication is kindness. Like, if you can't be
Yes.
there, say it. Like spare people basically the waste of their time because I mean, not to be cliche, but time is money quite
Yeah.
literally in this industry. And when you're, setting up sales call, like you could be having a sales call with somebody who's going to pay and they're taking up the time for that. And like super rude, bad behavior. Hate
Yeah,
it.
and every minute counts when you're an entrepreneur and doing
Yeah,
this,
quite
and
literally.
every call that is booked, I'm looking and researching about that company just
Yep.
to figure out, who they are, what kind of person they are, what kind of company they are, what they're doing, seeing how I can help them
Yep.
before we even jump on that call. So that, that's 15, 30 minutes out of my day that I'm taking already before we even get on that call. And then you just don't show up and you don't reply to emails. It's just so rude. And I don't, I just don't understand it. Anyway, if that's you, if you're these people, don't do
Get it
that.
together.
Just send a 1-minute email that says, "Hey, I'm sorry I can't make this. Here's why." Or like, "Hey, I'm gonna have to cancel."
Yeah. Don't be
Whatever. Just tell me you're alive. It's just
rude. Just don't be rude.
not that hard. It is not that hard.
Not that difficult.
Uh, and then I want to end on a positive thing. I want to do a new thing. It's called my favorite new connection of the week.
Yeah.
Uh, so mine this week was Corinne Travis over at Flagship.
Yep.
Have you met Corinne?
I think she used to work on the Etsy program,
Okay.
the affiliate program. So when I
Oh,
was blogging and like when I was specifically consulting with wedding bloggers, she was on the Etsy affiliate program. And I was working with her a ton because I was getting sick 2 tiers from them for introducing wedding bloggers to them. And
sick.
it was, yeah, love her. She's amazing. She's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah. Sweetheart, absolutely fun to just hang out with. We nerded out about our CJ days for a little bit and knew a lot about people in the industry being in 10 plus years. But like Flagship itself is really cool tool. I'm going to be highlighting it and utilizing it in some content in the future. But like, uh, as far as finding new influencers for your brand, they're making it really easy, which is super helpful. So
Ooh.
I'm going to be making quite a bit of content around this product here soon.
Love it. Love it. I had a couple. I would say Ashley Parrish from today, and these
Okay.
were from last week because I've just been so heads down this week. But Ashley Parrish from today, like we chatted for probably like 7 hours. Like seriously.
Wow.
No, it was insane. Like we kept finding each other and just like gab, gab, gab. And it was amazing. I love when I meet people like that I'm like, I can't stop talking to you and you can't stop talking to me, and like that's really fun. I would also say Blakely Sears, who used to be at Sale Awin and is now at Viora Clothing. She and I had one of those moments where we're like, I know you, but I don't know you. She also used to be on the Etsy team. And so like I had met her way back in the day, but she was sitting kind of next to me in like a lounge area and she had great nails. I, of course, had great nails. And we just kind of got to chatting and we're like, I know you. And we like Rachel Tier finally made the connection for us, which was lovely. But yeah, I'd say Ashley and Blakely, like they were amazing. But I did something you would be super proud of me for this week. I put up a Calendly link for my podcast so that people could just go ahead and sign up
All
because,
right.
you
All
know,
right.
Like, I'm always like, I don't know, it feels impersonal. And then I was like, you're a junk show, Christen. Just let people sign up and then you can figure it out.
Yeah.
So I put up a Calendly link. I had, I think 10 people sign up, like literally right off the bat. I know, insane, right?
At a girl.
But I had a couple people who I haven't met personally, but who obviously have like interacted with me on LinkedIn. They shared it. And so like, it's just been, I feel positive
Oh,
right now.
whoa. They shared your link to like sign up
Yeah.
to be
The
a guest.
broadcast. Yeah. To
Okay,
be,
now I can't get on board with that.
well,
Like,
they're like, hey, we love this podcast. Like if you're interested in like being on it, you should absolutely be on it. But I was just like, hell yes, it's amazing.
okay,
It was good. It was well intentioned, but it was like, it was also just validation. Like, oh, people are watching.
yes, perfect. Well, that'll expand. That'll help it grow as well. What are you on subscribers at this point?
I think like 7.
Okay, okay.
And I unfortunately like I took my tripod, my mic, and all of that to Portugal and did not get an opportunity to record, unfortunately. But honestly, like that's okay because I had so many good in-person conversations that I locked down a number of those people to come on in the future, which I'm super pumped about. For instance, did you know that Jessica Sieb she was at BuzzFeed for ages?
Yeah.
She's now at Sovereign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard good word about that, of her being really helpful and like
She sat down with me and like my big issue with Sovereign very transparently has always been that A, they're not very responsive, B, they're not very transparent, and C, they won't clean up, to content only, which is the only reason why I use sub networks. And she sat down and she's like, I just want to address any issues you have, any concerns you've had, because agency partners are super important to us. And it was really good because I felt heard, which is really important, but B, like having her running stuff over there is a really big deal. And I think a super positive move in the right direction for them.
excellent. That's great to hear. She's always been great to me
Mhm.
in our past interactions, and good to hear. Like, I've heard this Everflow integration with Sovereign is game changing because they're going to have full visibility of all the sub affiliate
Love that. Love that.
content that is actually being on there, and you can pick and choose, which is very long overdue
Yeah.
in
I love
that industry altogether. And I'm glad that Sovereign's like taking this step forward to you know stop covering stuff up
Yeah.
and
I mean,
not being as transparent as they need to be. So
I kicked them out of all of my programs once I started, having those issues with them. And I was like, no, you're just not allowed. And like, if I take over a program that has them in, I kick them out. So I'm really happy that this is happening so that it opens a new avenue for those top of funnel publishers and those content publishers to be able to kind of more automatically append their links, which I know is a hurdle for a lot of large publishers. But I'm really excited to see where she takes this.
awesome. Real quick, let's wrap this up. But Nick says, were there? Nice job, Nick. Were there any SaaS or share sale to AWIN questions that stood out that while you were there?
Not a ton. Honestly, I think a lot of the questions, Nick and I have had a lot of the same questions and those were addressed pretty well. There's, from what I hear, there's going to be parity with, conversion lines as we've historically known them, but I think they're calling it the Conversion Protection Initiative, or something along the, you shook your head and I was like, no, it's not called that. There's going to be parity on some stuff. I think they're still working out the kinks on a few things. What I have heard some grumbling about is the timeline, which isn't super duper clear. And I can say that I haven't received a ton of clarity on that, but I think it's just, I'm kind of sitting back and waiting. I know a lot of people are a lot more amped up and anxious to get their programs migrated, but mine are such a size that I'm like,
Yeah.
let's see how it goes for everybody else.
I mean, I kind of like that their timeline is vague. I think it's almost a good strategy, and I'll tell you why. Like, every development project that I've ever been a part of or seen is never landed on time. Hey, we're going to be launching in February. Absolutely not. It's going to be August and you know it.
Yeah.
Stop telling me it's going to be February. You're just ruining expectations. and you're going to make people more frustrated. And they're not doing that. They're like, we're realistic
Like,
about
till the
this.
end of the year. Yeah. Like,
We would love to do this in February, but you know what? We don't know. So you know what? They're playing that cautious card, and I can appreciate that. And
I can too. I can
yeah,
too. I would rather under promise and over deliver, and I think that that's kind of what they're doing as well.
yeah,
He's such a gremlin. um
whatever, Nick.
Yeah, whatever, Nick. Yeah, I think that they're under promising and over delivering, and honestly, that's the way we should all work. Is shoot for the stars, but aim for the moon, and see what you can do. So, again, just kind of sitting back and waiting to see kind of what happens. I'm happy to let some of the larger agencies take the lead, and then I can gain insights from their learnings, which is helpful.
Mm. Nick says sovereign same. I don't even approve them. I can't get a hold of them when they have questions. Hey, things are going to change.
Yep, go hit up Jessica.
Hit up Jessica. I'm going to drop her name. I'm changing this format a little bit before we leave, and I'm going to be like everybody we name drop. I'm going to be tagging into like
Do it.
a LinkedIn article and like posting this. So we're going to get a little bit more extensive on it. And
Are you going to do like a transcript and like
yeah,
do a blog post of each of the? Okay, cool. I love that.
episodes. Yeah, I've got a new YouTube coach that's like opening my eyes to what I'm missing out on, and that was one of those big suggestions that I'm going to be utilize. I make so much content and videos that I'm just underutilizing all the things. So
Cool.
we're gonna pump it up. Anyway, thanks for joining me. We're way over time,
Yep.
but maybe these things go 30 minutes moving forward, but we'll see.
Well, happy summer, bud. It's officially time.
It sure is. All right.
Built?
Say what?
Did you get the pool deck built?
Pool deck's close.
Okay.
The structure's there. Now I've got to put in all of the decking itself.
Okay. Well, when it's done, I'll come inspect it.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Later.